When do you raise your voice? What are the songs of your community? How can music build a better world? What is the sound of the sleeping giant?
I am a sleeping giant.
Who will turn the tide? Over the past few years, we've been asking you these questions. Now, it is time to answer them.
You are coming to a largely experimental process, and maybe you didn't know that's what it was, but gotcha.
I am sleeping.
Over the last 3 years, we've been taking time to better understand our tools, and we've been understanding these tools not only as skills for resistance, but tools for building. We've been listening to what our elders have been telling us. We've been looking for songs, and we've been becoming students in all the ways that those songs can be used. They're songs of spirit, songs of power.
If a democracy is going to work, we have to be able to disagree. We have to be able to disagree, and we have to be able to see that people are people. So can you all make some noise for this man, and then make some noise for yourselves?
So we've discovered that there are songs for the stage, and there are songs for the streets. And our album, Noenemies, will be both. One disc is going to be like a straight up just Flobots album, which is going to be like ones in the past where we've been walking through the world with our eyes open and we're like putting out commentary and putting out the information that we've been seeing while we've been out there. And then the second will be pretty much our musical army. That's going to be working with activist marching bands and choirs and taking songs from rallies and demonstrations and protests, and we're going to put that all into one disc. And with that, it's going to be accompanied with a songbook of all the songs that's going to be listed, and tabs and arrangements, so that you can not only listen to it, but then also take it and practice it and use it for demonstrations in your own neighborhood, in your own community.
And the whole point of those songs is to share them and disseminate them so that we can all know them at those key moments when it's time to be a part of history.
Together, both of these discs will represent the fruits of our labor over the last few years and a new phase for Flobots. And the name of that phase is the same as the name of the album, and that is Noenemies. We are doing this with no label, no distributor, no voice telling us what this needs to be. The only voice that we are beholden to is yours.
We hope you will participate. We hope you'll get involved and be a part of this effort. You're already on this page. Take a second to scroll down and look at all the different incentives packages. There's so many different ways to get involved. Whatever's right for you, that's what we would love for you to do.
Our main goal is to make something that you'll be able to use. The beautiful thing about this process is that we get to be accountable to the communities that have supported us always in the first place, you. And we're really excited to be in this situation, to be able to ask you for support. And we're ecstatic that we don't have to, there's no intermediary. It's us and y'all, and that's who's making this album. It's really important for us to also put out a set of discs that challenges the idea that only celebrities or people who are professional musicians should raise their voices.
The most important thing is that once we make this album, that means we're going to come on tour. That means we're coming to communities all over the country, and we're going to want your voice involved in so many different ways. We hope you'll pre-order the album, help us to recoup on costs, but when you do that, just know that you're also helping launch us into the next phase of our career, where it's not just about one album, it's about an entire movement of people raising our voices together.
Ultimately, what we're trying to do with this album, Noenemies, is pick up where Fight with Tools left off. And with your help, it's going to be the best and strongest album we've ever done.
I am a sleeping